Okay, well, we're here with Tim Cheesebrow. He just played a few songs for us, and I guess Tim, let's just go a little background. Tell us a bit about well, what makes why music? What drove you to music?
Um, I would say not being successful in anything else. I think that's kind of where, where a lot of kids, in high school end up, not particularly athletically inclined, and kind of fell in with the band kid crowd, which is great because still friends with a lot of those people. Are good people, and band is a gateway drug. Once you start playing one instrument, you want to play more. So that's kind of how that wended its way into my life and hasn't left. So
All right, well, when did you start performing? Was it up here in the cities or was it elsewhere?
yeah, it was at a school talent show. I did Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. Terrified, of course. Is in middle school, I think. So fairly young, but I started performing out probably when I was 15, and I've been doing it ever since. So I've been around the cities and mostly the northern suburb area. Done some things in St. Cloud for a number of years, and played at kind of places all around the Midwest. So.
All right. Well, you definitely have both the instrumental and the lyrical side going for you, but would you say either side really informs your music more, or is it a team effort?
Well, I never thought of myself as a singer. In fact, I think when we got to our college band, we ended up doing some equivalent of drawing straws for who had to be the singer because none of us wanted to be, and I got the short straw. But that's become something that I've liked more and more as we've been going on, and I think since started really making my own music and recording it and playing out, I've developed more of a fondness for the lyric because I realized that's kind of where the power lies, the power to do good things and the power to hopefully influence people in some way. I think if the lyrics don't resonate, then there's not much point to singing it.
Fine. Well, I know you have one album out already,
Yeah.
and tell us about this next one that you're working on right now. These songs are from that album, so
Yeah. Yeah, this album is called Home in the Heartland, which I think a lot of us, here in the Midwest can relate to. And I'd say, I really wanted to write about what I knew, and what I know right now is trying to raise a family and, really settling down here in the Midwest. And so I wanted to write about family, I wanted to write about home, and I wanted to write about, my naively optimistic hope for a more unified world that always seems to find its way creeping into my lyrics. I can't quite help it. But,
well, yeah. Actually, I know that we met through the nonprofit you're working on, and would you say that's been informing your music at all? You're working there, or is it the other way around? Does your music inform your life?
I would say yeah. Because when you sit down to write a tune, first of all you got to figure out what it is you want to say, because that's fairly important. Oh, gosh, I want to write about something worthwhile, and all that introspection. You're drawing on different parts of your life, and the nonprofit is part of that. But I think really the product of all that introspection is being able to come back into that work with fresh ideas and a fresh perspective, to say, in my songs I say I want to create this thing, and this is kind of what I believe, what I stand for, and how can how can I actualize that? And yeah, the nonprofit has been a vehicle for me to actualize that, and songwriting has been a great vehicle to innovate for that company.
All right. Yeah. Well, speaking of innovation, I guess one of the more unique things about your next album is you're utilizing crowdsourcing, I believe. Or can you give me a little bit about your experience with that? I know a lot of people are new to this.
Yeah. Well, the biggest barrier to entry for doing a recording project to everybody is upfront money. Musicians don't have it because, let's face it, we're not paid that well. And traditionally, it has been either the province of a bank or a studio to give you that money up front. And when I was discussing with my wife how we were going to make this album happen, I kind of stumbled upon crowdsourcing and realized that it's a lot of work, but it's also a really great opportunity. And the opportunity is that I'm going to try my best for 30 days to rally as many people around this dream as I can and to get them excited about it, which means letting them inform some of the decisions, which means starting dialogue with people that I have never played for, and really kind of embracing this concept of trusting the community with my project and saying, I can't get it done myself. Let's get it done together, and that means I'm kind of, you're kind of open and vulnerable there, but in a really good way. And I found that the support's been there. It's been really encouraging, and people have, with their dollars and with their other encouragement has been really great for the album. I think fairly confident we're gonna make the goal, and the greatest part is that when the project's done, I'm gonna have all these people who already bought the CD. I don't have to go peddle it around. I don't have to bring it. These people already want the music before it's even written. They just trust that I'm gonna make something good for them. And that's really great. And then the secondary benefit is that you walk out of the project with no debt, which any project manager would tell you is both a lofty and hard-earned goal. But I think if we can do it, I can do this with the help of community who supports me, and not need to reach out to a bank and not need to reach out to a label, and be beholden to different contractual, blah blah, music industry stuff. But this is it's a grassroots way to do it, and I think it's absolutely the way that albums are going to get made in the future. I think it's what the industry is going to, and I think we're going to see all these larger labels fall away over the next 10, 15, 20 years and be replaced by people just supporting the music they love, by people in their community, and local art. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, I know I certainly can't wait for the next album. I actually contributed to your campaign, so I really hope it comes to fruition. And well, that kind of comes to the end of the questions I have for you. But would you like the last word, or anything you'd like to say, or you have the stage now, so to speak?
Yeah, well, it's a funny thing. You have the stage, and there's nothing quite comes to mind. But I don't know. I guess I would just say, if you're a fan of music, do the artists in your community a favor and support their projects, and you'll be surprised at the overwhelming gratitude you receive in return, and in the quality of product you receive. I mean, really, these labors of love that local artists create for you are they're pretty special, and I think you'll find that you value them much more highly than the albums you buy at the big box stores. And to artists who are thinking, gosh, I got all this material and I don't know how I'm going to get this next project done, trust me, there are people out there that want to see that music made. Tell them about it. Get them excited about it. Help them get invested in you and your dream, and do it. You know, create. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
All right, well, thank you very much, Tim. And this was Tim Cheesebrow for Insider Sessions.